Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Before I begin this video, all praise, honor, and glory goes into Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well and taught us this truth, as well as the sincere salutations to the elder bishops. Along with you, brothers laboring all throughout the four winds of the earth in sincerity and in faith. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash Barakatham to you, brothers. And the other, this is Endure Until Salvation Comes to my first page. Got locked out of my first page. But I'm going to continue to add or try to stitch this new page to the old page. It's a continuation of the old page. Barakatha Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. For the Lord setting up the elder apostles of Great Millstone to teach and preach the 100% doctrine all throughout the four winds of the earth. So this will be the new one. Endure until salvation comes to. All right. And the title of this lesson is The Beast Obviously Hates the Whore. Right? The beast being NATO and the EU hating the whore, which is Babylon the Great, aka America. It's becoming more and more obvious every day. Just a news article speaking about, NATO and their lack of, protection, their lack of their willingness to, basically do what America tells them to do. Much like a disobedient beast. So it says here, let me just read through a little bit of this. I don't know how long it is. It seemed like a short article. It says the president spent his first year in power disparaging U.S. allies. Now he wants them to help America in the Iran war, and they are none too enthusiastic. From tariffs to insults and threatening to invade Greenland. He has rarely missed an opportunity in recent months to criticize America's partners. It says that he has said that he expects the same allies to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz to oil traffic, and reacted angrily when they rebuffed him. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to, help them out. And I also saw that the elder Yashwamba of the head of the Great Millstone Dallas camp, GMS Remnant Save 144, subscribe to be edified. He had put up basically a screenshot post that was speaking on Iran, saying that basically they'll let everybody except for America and Israel through the Strait of Hormuz. So the stage is being set, different things are being set up, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, it's an extraordinary demand, said Philip Gordon, the former National Security Advisor to Vice President Kamala Harris, and now an academic at the Brookings Institution. So not only that, it says that other partners, right, and also they were asking China to join a security mission. But don't nobody want to do that. All right, this topic is being covered by, many other sources. So everybody's speaking on this, right? Because The average Babylonian just wants this to go away. Yet this ain't going away. What's currently taking place, what's currently happening in the Middle East is only going to intensify. It says to justify risking people's lives, not only for that operation, but for a person who has done nothing but insult and berate you for the last 15 months. It's probably a bridge too far. So, this whole time they talking shit, they going back and forth, and in reality, y'all need, these other nations' help. And this is just one country, Iran. So the greatest, the greatest force on earth is asking for help with this, and don't nobody want to help. It says Trump has warned that the NATO alliance could be at risk if he fails to step up to unblock the strategic waterway, saying other countries get most of their crude oil supply through it and must contribute. But while he insisted Monday that we don't need anybody to clear the straits, he also thundered that U.S. allies from Europe to Asia owe Washington for giving them decades of protection. Trump has also hit out at China for failing to help. In foreign capitals, there has been deep skepticism over getting involved in a war Trump did not consult them on, which has caused major disruption to their economies. Their reluctance has been compounded by Trump's repeated tongue lashing since returning to office. Yeah, so since he's been in office, he's been talking shit. And so now, and this is all biblical prophecy. Now the beast, is showing his frustration towards the whore. It says Trump has slapped tariffs on allies, berated NATO members over their defense spending and support for Ukraine, and unveiled a national security strategy that prioritized boosting pro-Trump parties in Europe. Right, so everybody was, saying, "Oh, this the number one guy," but then, now that this is happening, there's different, these different things in the Middle East. Don't nobody want to touch this, which the Lord is going to force. The Lord is going to force everyone to participate in this, since He has disparaged the contributions of nations whose soldiers fought and died alongside U.S. troops in Iraq and Afghanistan, and a little bit of everybody was over there. Britain was over there. Australia was over there, if I'm not mistaken. Canada was over there, if I'm not mistaken. France was over there, if I'm not mistaken. It was a lot of different places with different interests over there in the Middle East, and they made their money. See, these other nations, they done made their money. So they did their thing. They okay. Yep, we good. All right, they done came up off of whatever it was, that they were involved in. So they good. Babylon the Great, right? This is the whore that sitteth upon, many waters. So it's constantly about expansion. These other places, they good, right? Yet the Lord has put this all in place to where they're gonna turn on Babylon the Great, aka America. Let's get a precept. I'm gonna go to the first one that I had thought about. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17 to verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Yeah, so NATO and the EU is going to turn on Babylon the Great, aka America, along with these other nations, man. Basically everybody is going to turn on and jump America, aka Babylon the Great. America is Babylon the Great in the scriptures. It says, for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Yes, so it ain't up to you what you gonna do. You can say what you gonna do all day, but it's the Lord that makes you do what you do. All right? It says, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua be fulfilled. So this is all prophecy. This is all supposed to be set up this way. You know, because the Lord has to come back and subdue these nations after Babylon the Great, aka America, is destroyed. Which thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles are going to touch down on this place in our lifetime. We waiting for the C-HIP. All right. All hell breaking loose, famine of the word, anarchy, chaos, distressing nations. All right. We know that this is coming right around the corner. We know for a fact this is coming. We know, we can feel it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we have the prophecies, we have the scriptures. We have our elder apostles on down. You know, the elder apostles, elder bishops, elder brothers that are heads of camps, right? So on and so forth. All right, all the way down to the young brothers. Me being one of those younger brothers, we can see it. It's plain as day. This it. We at the end. Okay, the beast is damn near. The only reason why this has not all popped off is the C-HIP. The C-HIP hasn't been presented on a worldwide scale. Once the C-HIP get presented, once famine of the word, once they start physically apprehending the men of the Lord, once it's, you know, a man not being able to enter his own home, okay, teeth the wild beast, it's gonna get real. You know, the second quote unquote greatest kingdom of all time. Number one is going to be the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Right? In the kingdom to come, it's, man, and that's why we are, you know, begging and waiting through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're patiently waiting and asking for and praying for the downfall of this place, because we know what happens afterwards. We know that the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be, you know, the governing body of the kingdom of heaven. We know, we understand that. We've been taught by our elder apostles on down. We believe, we you know, we've read this, and we've read the scriptures ourselves. You know, we didn't just say, oh, just agree. No, we've seen for ourselves. Right? Every single verse in the scriptures, every single verse that we go to, that's just another confirmation. It says Revelation 17:17. For Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall be fulfilled. And the women which thou sawest, and the woman, Salakim, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city America, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Right, the king. Hey, everybody got to basically answer to Babylon the Great. And we'll read her, because this is beautiful. The Doom of Babylon, aka the Doom of America. This plays through. They can keep getting all upset, they trying to get all physical and shit. That's not going to stop the words of the Lord from coming out and being true and coming to life. Every day these scriptures come into life. Right? So whatever you do to the men, hey, whatever, man. Shit. Like brothers constantly say, hey, it's all good. We don't give a damn. We know that the Lord's will is going to be done, man. Revelation 17:1, and there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Babylon the Great, aka America. Okay, everywhere. Everywhere. Okay? With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. Yes, so at first you were hitting, now you quitting. See, these nations they were hitting, all right? Now they're quitting. It says, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Yeah, every single land in the world, everywhere, has been influenced by Babylon the Great, aka America. No matter the most remote place on the planet has been influenced by Babylon the Great. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Which this is a modern day Rome. NATO and the EU. This is like a modern day Rome, right? This is a gathering of nations together to create that beast. And this beast is going to come with a beast system, all right? It says, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written. Mystery, right? So this is, it's not a mystery for us, but this is a, for the common, pork chop eating Christian. It's a mystery. Babylon the Great is a mystery to them. It's not a mystery to us. We know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that Babylon the Great is America, right? It says Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So the worst place ever, the most abominable, wicked. This place is horrible. It's pure hell. And it's going to be destroyed. The Lord is going to fucking destroy this place. And excuse my language. It's so fucking abominable here. It don't end. You can see a lot of shit. You don't even really have to leave your house. Right? You can sit on your porch and just see just abominations. Right? Get on your phone, you can see all sorts of abominable shit here in Babylon the Great. It says, and you know, everybody around the world wants to copy what's going on here from the, you know, the way the Babylonians talk, walk, all that, right? And that's part of that witchcraft. That's part of that mysticism that this place comes with. This mysterious, you know, and it's not a mystery to us. Revelation 17:6, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. Yeah, because this shit is you can really just meditate on this place and really be like, damn, this is wicked. This is a wicked ass place. It says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, right? America, and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which these nations in these countries, they create. It's like a super group. This is like Rome all over again, right? It says the beast. See, because you got all these different individuals that call themselves, you know, French. They call themselves Spanish, right? They're really Edomites. So these Edomites, they have created whole countries and entities and lands, and have, you know, become confederate together in Rome 2.0, right? It says it's like Revelation 17:8, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wander, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world. Yes, of those who are not of the elect. And those that are not of the elect, those are the ones that are falling into this, you know, and are going to fall into that beast system, man. It says, when they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. Yeah, because it's like Rome 2.0. And because people, right, don't have the spiritual eyes to see, they can't see, okay, this is Rome 2.0. Ruled by the Edomites, the so-called white man. Right? So-called white man. You got these Germans, French, Spanish, you know, so on and so forth. You know, people over there in the Netherlands, you know, Holland, those are Edomites. Now, of course, you have the Israelites that are spread throughout the 4 winds of the earth. They all over the place. So you have Israelites in those lands. Yet it's primarily ran and operated and everything by Esau Edom. It says, and here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth, which once again, you know, goes into nations. It says, and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. So we in that time of short space. This shit is almost over with. The Wada Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, and the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. Captivity, destruction. This shit is over with. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So that power is going to be taken away. You know, when the Lord comes back, he's going to take that power away from Esau, Edom, and the beast. It says, these have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Once again, the full power and control. They're going to try to, you know, consolidate that power. Esau, Edom is coming with that C-hip. He coming with a full court press, man. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. Yes, so Yahushua is going to win at the end of all this, right? For he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful, right? The elect of the nation of Israel. All right. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Yeah, everybody. Everybody is influenced by Babylon the Great. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. Yeah, so NATO and the EU are turning, right? And shall make her desolate and naked. You get exposed. Right? Now you're being you're being made a laughing stock. It says, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Yeah, missiles, nuclear missiles. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua hath put in their hearts, right, their minds, to fulfill his will. Right? So it's also, you see lowercase HIS. So you have Yahweh and you have Yahushua. Yahushua is 100% for what Yahweh is for. So, it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's will. It says, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. Until, right? So until the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall be fulfilled. All these prophecies being fulfilled, which includes the Lord coming back, and setting up his elect. It says, and the woman, Salakia, which thou sawest is that great city, Babylon the Great, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. So only for a little bit of time, man. This shit is almost over with. We're waiting on the sea hip, right, through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKakodash, because the Lord, he set up, these things to happen. It's happening so fast, right? Yet, we catching hell, we going through this. So it seems like a slow, painful process, But the Lord is like the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, it shall surely not tarry. All right? These things are happening in such a rapid fashion. Every day things are happening through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. And the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for giving us the elder apostles of Great Millstone, giving us his truth, right? Putting us in one accord through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem HaKakodash. All right. Double honors once again to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, as well as the sincere salutations to the elder bishops, along with you brothers laboring all throughout the 4 winds of the earth. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem HaKakodash, Barakatham unto you brothers. And, once again, endure until salvation comes to. I'll be sure to, probably make like a short video, just putting that on, on here. And then, of course, trying to tag it to the old one, if I can, if that's possible, and put it in the description box as well. All right, so with that, Lord's will, you're edified. Once again, call Allah, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKakodash. All right, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. All right, sincere salutations to the elder bishops, and sincere shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Kwam Yasha'Allah and Abab Babal. All right, this is your brother Hirah. May Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaKakodash continue to watch over you brothers, man. You brothers keep pushing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and just continue to put your best foot forward. And I'll continue to pray for you brothers. Lord's will, you brothers. Pray for me. Pray for the elect of the nation of Israel. I pray that we are the elect of the nation of Israel. Lord's will, of the elect. Shalom.